Good morning, students. I am Vikram Singh Rathod, Assistant Professor at Center for E-Governance. Today I am represent you a lecture on how to create a CSV file using Python. So I am defining the steps here. First, you will create a Excel file using some fields values such as name, city, product, rate, and then after fill the records in Excel file, and after filling the records, you will save the file with the extension name as a CSV. For example, I am created client.csv. Then after I am describe here, write the Python code for display the values stored in CSV file. So I am quoted a message here how to import a CSV file into Python using pandas. Students, I am using here pandas to create the CSV file, Excel into CSV file. First of all, I am import pandas as a PD. Then after I am defining df as a data frame is equal to pd dot read underscore CSV method is called from pandas library. Then I am putting the r as a string variable to read or convert the Excel file into the CSV. So I am defining the path where my file is stored. You can see in the slide the path is defined here. It show client.csv. Then I am use printdf for display the records in a data frame, and the output is in the next slide. You can see the output is here. You can see by default the index is created from 0 to 18. So I will fill the records 19 in my Excel file, such as the field name as a name, city, product, rate, and the index is by default generated by the pandas library. You can see the values as per the fields. Then after I am define the code to use how we could see the output in our Anaconda environment using spider tool. You can see easily that the records are displayed as per our previous slide. You can notice that. Then after I am defining import subset of CSV file, means some column values of files only. In this example I am use certain column values that is called from the client file that is prepared by me. Then I am defining a variable data is equal to pd dot and use read underscore CSV method and defining the path where the file is stored. Then create a data frame as a df is equal to pd dot data frame. Put the values as a variable as a data, and column those are which we want to see the output. So I am defining as a column names are such as name and city. Then print df, the output you can see in the slide. The name and city column value will be displayed by the code running. You can also see the code that is used in Anaconda environment. So I am also defining here the code in this slide you can see that the certain column values name and city is defined here. You notice that, and then after I am defining some statistical formula on CSV file that is created by me. So first of all I am defining into two parts. Block 1 for simple test status statistical formulas. So I am use df data frame is equal to pd dot read underscore csv, then put the path where my file is saved and create a mean one variable for calculate the mean values of the rate column value. So I am defining mean 1 is equal to df and the title as a rate dot mean function is called by pandas library. Then after I am sum one variable is created, it also sum of the rate values and then maximum values from the rate column. So I can use dot max method and the minimum values for rate in the rate column. So I put the dot mean method. Then I am also count the number of rows that is stored in rate column. So I will use dot count function and then I am calculate median. So I define here is equal to df rate dot median is calculate the median value from the Excel file. And then I am also define here std1 standard values for I am putting the code rate dot std and then I am also the variation calculation for I am create var1 variable is equal to df rate dot var method is used. After executing it, then I am also write the codes that is used to display the output as in our code. So I am defining print mean rate as a string, then plus str mean, it means it convert the values into a string. Print sum of rate plus string is define the sum of values of the rate and print maximum values for max 1, put the max 1 and print minimum value of rate str min 1. Then after I am counting the count of the rate, so I am write count of rate as a output. Then I am defining str count 1, then print median of the rate. So I am putting here str median 1 variable and then standard values for std, put the std1 and the variation of the rate is str var 1 value for the output. I am defining the code for output in this slide. After executing the code, it calculates the mean rate of the column value of the rate is you can display in the slide, and sum of the rate is the total number of the field values those are stored in rate column is calculated as a sum of rate, and the maximum value that is stored in rate column value is 40,000, that is also defined here as a max rate, and the minimum value that is stored in the rate column is 1500, it is also you can notice that 1500, and the total number of rate values, it means the occurrence of the rate field values are equal to 19, and the median of the rate is 8000. The median values of the rate column value is 8000.0, and the standard values is, you can notice that 1299.32521865456, and as the variation values of the rate is, you can also see as a output in the slide. So I am also defining the code, that is for your convenience. You can also use this code to run the program using pandas library and create a Excel sheet and convert it into CSV file and calculate the statistical methods. Then I am also defining here block 2 for the group by method is used. In this slide I am defining the group by values of the city and the city for count, and the some values of the cities is grouped. So I am use a variable group by underscore someone, and then called the data frame dot group by method, and then put the field value city and put the sum method to count the number of cities, and the group by underscore count variable is also as defined as df dot group by city dot count. It count the number of values, and then for the output I am defining a print sum of rate values grouped by the city plus string variable, and then put the group by sum 1 variable, and then print count of rate values comma group by city str, and then put the variable group by count 1. So you can see as per the I am defining code, the sum of rate values grouped by the cities are, you can notice that here city name is equal to Ajmer, and the total number of rate values is 1500, as per you can see as the values defined as Bikaner, Jaipur, Jalore, Kota, Nagaur, Sikar, Udaipur. Those are defining the sum of the values to calculate the sum of values for a particular city of the rate column value. And then I am also defining the number of occurrence of the rate values in the CSV file or a Excel file. So I am defining here the occurrence of the values, those are in city as a name and product and rate. You can see that 6 names are present in Ajmer and 6 products are present in Ajmer, and 6 rate of the values are present in rate column of the Ajmer, and you can show as per the other cities or also defined here. I am also writing the code and execute the above code. You can see the output in our slide. Thanks students. You can easily create the CSV file using Excel and defining the code in Python using Anaconda environment using Spider tool. Thanks students.